understand. I don't believe in the idea that a man can be a certain way.
Hi everyone, welcome to a brand new episode of Unpack with Nay, a show where we have wholesome and authentic conversations. My name is Anosike and I'm your host. In today's episode, we have Steve Chuks, actor, content creator, YouTuber, and we're going to be unpacking a lot about his duality, the duality of his alter egos, and a lot more. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay, how are you feeling?
Good.
Are you sure?
Calm.
How are you feeling?
I'm calm.
You're
good.
Calm?
Yeah.
I feel like which of your alter egos is present right now?
Nobody. Steven.
Steven is just Steven.
Yeah.
No alter egos.
No.
So this is Steven on a normal day.
Fully.
Okay, so just introduce Steven to us.
Like
we've never heard, like we've never seen. Just introduce Steve Chuks to us.
Steve Chuks is an actor, content creator, YouTuber.
Okay.
Graduated from UNILAG, did theater arts, and is still on his pursuit for greatness.
I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, that's about what you do, right? But who are you really? What's your personality on a day-to-day basis where the camera is not on your face? Because if you don't know, if you're seeing his face for the first time, we've seen multiple sides of you. You know, so there's Madame Gold. Give us the other ones.
There's Madame Gold, there's Cleopatra, there's Udodi, there's Jumoke, there's Ebuka, there's Chike, a couple of others.
So that's six characters from just one person's mind. Okay, so where you're not playing any of those characters, right, which we have seen in the last, which I have seen in the last, 8 years? It's up to 8 years. When did you start?
I think I started officially in 2017. So
that's about 7 years. That's a long time. Okay, so when you're not playing any of those characters, who are you really? How would you describe, not what you do, because Steve Chuks, I'm an actor, content creator, YouTuber. Let's get to know you on a more personal note. What does your typical day look like? What are the things you enjoy?
To be honest, I think for me personally, on a typical day, I'm just probably going to be at home. I enjoy watching TV a lot. So Steven is really a boring guy in actual sense. I'm not the extremely fun guy people see on Instagram all the time, but my normal
I think you're fun.
With my friends, so I was gonna get to that.
I think you're fun.
I like to just go and maybe see my friends or be in the house. Mostly just be around my friends or family. But movies, homebody, pretty much,
Okay, so let's just dial it back to 7 years ago when you first started creating content, right? When was the moment where you decided to have these, when did you realize that you had different sides of you? Because I know everyone has this side, you show your friends, your family, but to be able to bring out those characters, there has to be somewhere that it's coming from. So when did you decide, when did it come to you that this is something that I can do and in this manner?
I've always known that I had it in me since I was little, because I used to do plays with my sisters. We used to act plays. I'll beg them, let's just act plays, and I'll play different characters. Okay. And I used to do stage plays in school back then, secondary school. But in 2017, I did a play in uni. Okay. I did a play where I acted Madame Gold, and it was the first time they were seeing a guy do something like that. Wasn't really accepted at the time. So when I did it and it was really good, I'm like, you know what, maybe this will just bring money. But I wasn't still sure of myself. So I posted the first skit, I think maybe the ending of 2017, and then I think it went viral, thank God. It went viral. So I was like, you know what, if they like this, why not just show them more characters? So over time, I was just bringing out more characters. But I've always wanted to be an actor. Yes. Since I was little. But all the auditions were not exactly favorable at the time.
We actually met at an audition.
I was going to say it, So they were not favorable at the time. And we thank God that this one's worked. But I'm still in my acting pursuit, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, no, we understand
Let's get in there.
So let's dial it back to, obviously, you're one of those people who have been lucky to study something that they love, theater arts, and everything. So growing up, where do you think your love for film and the arts came from?
My mother is very dramatic. My mother is an extremely dramatic woman. So I would just see her blow things out of proportion. There was no need for that. And I'm like, this woman, she didn't
Which of your characters do you think is your mom? Do you have
she's
any?
A bit of everything. She has a little bit of Cleopatra in her. She has a bit of Madame Gold in her. But more of Madame Gold, she's a bit of everything. She even has small Udodi in her too. I don't know how to explain it, but she has it in her too. So, but I think for my mom, and maybe watching I love Genevieve. So like I used to watch Genevieve a lot.
Yeah.
So then I just like, I have to act. And then I started going for childhood auditions then, but nobody picked me. Like I don't think I was good enough then.
Yeah.
I didn't even start with theater. I entered school. I did biz admin for the first year.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep. And then I switched to theater because I went for a movie in Abuja. One movie set in Abuja, and I came back. I missed exams.
Wow.
So I'm like, how am I going to do this? I had to do diploma to enter theater. I didn't even have art-related subjects in my WAEC thing, but my mother and we beg. we beg.
When there's a will, there's a will.
I'm telling you, I did the exam and I passed the theater exams for diploma.
Because obviously it's always been in you, right?
I found it more difficult than I thought I would.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
what did you find difficult about it?
Just the theory part. You know, you think it's like every time acting on stage, there's history, there's a lot of things that comes with the course, and you're like, oh, was I really ready for this? It didn't give me time. I wish if with Biz I had time to like go for auditions and stuff, but with theater there was no time at all. Like you're either rehearsing for one play, doing something else. There was no time at all.
Yeah. So obviously your mom and you and your mom,
my mom, really, pretty much. Close. Maybe I'll say Genevieve too.
Well, I'm just saying in terms of like your mom is like the closest person to you in life right now.
Yes.
And I know your dad passed. I remember when did your dad pass?
2008, I think.
So about 9 years ago. How do you
More than 9 years ago.
2008,
like 15 years or so.
Hey.
I'm like 15 years.
I'm so bad at math. I feel like something like this happened last season. I'm so bad at math.
I only know because of like, I know say you don't pass 9 years. That's the only reason why I know.
So you were still a baby, right?
Yeah, I was.
So how do you think that loss impacted you and your choices so far?
You know, I'm an only son, and you know, Igbo men, I don't know how to say, Igbo families, there's a lot of pressure on only sons. I mean, my father died. My father died like through, I don't know if I've ever said this, but it wasn't just normal circumstances. It was armed robbers that my father died. So
I don't think I know that.
it was crazy. Like for the first few years, even in secondary school, if you called me a bastard, I would just start crying. And like, it was offensive at the time. So he died when he traveled at the time and just came back. So that year he came back is when he died. So it was, I feel like they just put everything on my head from his people. Everyone was just like, you know now that you're the next Chukudum, you're the next. I kept on hearing it. So I just knew that there had to be a way for me to sort of be successful, but I just don't know what to enter, you know, and especially because my family, nobody was doing what I'm doing now. Everyone was inside business, doing Ladikbo, doing some sort of. So my father dying was sort of like a very big push to understanding that I had to be successful. Thank God my mother was not a
That's what I was going to ask. Like, she didn't stifle you, like, immediately you found, like, she just, like, you know.
Initially, she was not really, I wouldn't say she was supportive from the get-go, but she always knew that this boy was dramatic. He liked to act, he liked auditions and this and that. She'd take me some few auditions. The one we met, she brought me there now. I came to pick me as well. So
that's so sweet, yeah.
But over time, she realized that, oh, there's something here, and then it was working. I opened a YouTube channel in 2013.
Oh, so that's 11 years.
Yeah, so I used to get small dollars at the time then.
How many subscribers do you have right now?
180.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You do like millions of views. How does
sometimes. Yeah. Some videos, yeah.
Yeah, but how does that make you feel?
I mean,
you feel like grateful. It validates like your quest to like starting the journey to like, you know, building your own person and all of that for your dad.
I already started having that feeling like last year.
Okay.
Because prior to that, I felt like I was just doing the same thing over and over again and I was not seeing results. I think I've even spoken to you about this before, but last year when...
But you can just like talk us through it.
Yeah. So like, I mean, because since 2013, you've been on YouTube, you're praying for subscribers, like, and you're putting out content and it's not really coming out the way it's supposed to be. And then maybe like in 2020, I was like, you know what, I'm going to switch to YouTube and start doing proper, I was living Instagram, start doing proper skits and videos on YouTube, invite like actors, pay actors and stuff like that. It was scary, but from like 2021 down the line, I started seeing more views. But last year, I was like, what the hell, there's money in this thing, you know? Because
so now
I'm trying.
There's money in YouTube.
Grateful. There's money, I mean, there's money in the craft if you know what you're doing.
Okay, so how do you get to that point as a creative, as someone who's watching this and is eager to get on YouTube? How do you get to that point?
You know, you just have to start, man.
I feel like everyone says start.
Because you know what, I started with I can't remember now, what phone was it? I think it was a very, very low quality phone though. And I was doing talk with Steve Chuks. I used to just report news on celebrities' lives and stuff. So I just started, like, that's what was giving me small dollars back then, $100, $200 back then. So I think fast forward, I started realizing that, maybe if you invest more in quality production, it would bring more money. But don't ever think that the first step is to buy a camera, no. Because we're thankful for the days we're in now. You can use the phone to shoot the whole film and nobody will know if you do it properly, good lights and everything. So I think just starting proper, just starting first, realizing what you have, knowing your passion. See, people are confused. That's the problem. Like if you know you can do this stuff and you're really good at it and you go for it, then you're good. But when you're confused, you're not really sure, you think you're following the crowd, maybe that's when you find it difficult. But like for me, I really knew I wanted to act. And if they're not going to give me roles in Hollywood, I had to find somehow to put myself there.
Roles. Why do you think that?
I just stopped going for auditions or back. I don't know when last I went for an audition. So now it's like, if you want me in your film, maybe call me for a close audition and I come. And I've done a couple of movies.
I know you have, but saying that they're not giving you like...
I mean, I was going for audition, they were telling me no now.
I feel like that's just how the industry is, but right?
Yeah, but I knew what I had, you know, and you know, when you're watching some people...
it didn't let you, like, it didn't stop you from going for what you wanted.
Because God forgive me, I was watching some people and I'm like, how are you getting this role? Because you couldn't, I don't know. For me, it was like, how are you in this role? So it was like, am I the one that is wrong? Don't I know the right people? But over time, I realized that maybe I was just not right. And now I know that maybe body size, some things were not just right for the role. I was really big. I was bigger than this then. So it's like...
You're bigger than this?
Yes. Was I not bigger than this? It's maybe because it was like baby fat. I think I outgrew the baby fat. So then it was like my cheeks were very...
Yeah.
It was obvious. If you enter the room, my lap, everything. I can't forget one director told me, he says, you want to play the lead role? Yeah, this big. Stop, enter gym. I was like, hey. And I said, nah, man. I think.
Well, how did that make you feel? That's body shaming. How did that make you feel?
I didn't know it was body shaming at the time. I was actually like, you know what? Stop eating. I tried to stop eating back in uni. You know, work. So, yeah.
So how's your... Obviously, you're a very confident person now, right?
Am I?
Yeah.
I do my best.
You do your best, or you don't think you're confident?
I sometimes have self-doubt. I can't lie.
I think everyone does. So when you post on YouTube, right? It's like, do you feel anxious about like the fluctuation of views? Because obviously, like we live in a time where like everything, success right now as a creator or a creative is very dependent on views. So do you feel some type of...
I used to, kind of like, sometimes I still feel, especially when you put so much effort into a particular production and you don't see the returns and the views, but...
Because for you, obviously, like the returns will be like monetary value.
Also, so...
Because the views equates...
Exactly, but now, I just feel like, you know what, because YouTube, it will pick up anytime it will pick up. I just put it out there, because, I mean, it's better than not putting anything out there, so...
Is there a whole process for that mentally for you? Because I know it sounds easy to say, okay, I just put it out there, but is there a way that you...
You know why? Because I think I figured out the kind of videos that do really well.
Okay.
So even when I put out the videos I know they're not going to really get views, I'm like, I know when I put out this one, people will like this one. So
you kind of like balance it.
Yeah, just balance. But sometimes I just want to put out some stories and I know they will not like it, but I'll just do it like that and release it.
I really like that. So that also makes me realize that to get to that point, obviously there has to be a series of videos that you've tried, you've experimented. How are you able to just continue trying new things? Because it takes a lot of consistency. So I think also the question is like, how do you stay consistent? Because it's not easy. I feel like you have a video out every week or every other week. Like there's no point
I'm not as consistent as I used to be.
But honestly, like still, if you go on your page, probably have like over 200 or 300 videos in total, like in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
That is not easy. So how do you get to the point where you are actually actively being consistent? Consistency does not mean, I think people misunderstand or misinterpret consistency because you think that you have to do it every day.
Yeah.
But it's like you've not giving up on yourself. The last 7 years that you've been...
I think very well.
It's facts. Like I think when I'm having these conversations, as I'm saying it, I'm actually realizing it, that you've been doing this for a while and you're not giving up on yourself. So what do you think has kept you going?
I think my first thing is my family. I don't know, like, there's no room for failure with any one of us. If you know my sister, my senior sister, she's done different things and she's not saying because of one is not working out doesn't mean she's not going to try on that thing. So my family is like my pushing force. Also, the people that love me, like, I don't like using the word fans, but my supporters that like support me, they're always going to remind me, there's no new video, there's no this. So
do you feel pressure?
I don't feel as much pressure anymore, but I used to. I used to feel so much pressure, like, because I'm like, everyone is moving on. There are new people every day coming out.
Honestly,
it's like, if you're not posting now, somebody else will come and pick up from where you've stopped. So I used to feel that pressure, but I have my core people now. I thank God for the people that He has given me. So
the community.
I have a few people that I know that they are here with me till the end. So if I drop something, even if I've not dropped like in months, it still does pretty well.
I really like that. So it brings me back to just how you take care of yourself, like, you know, mentally. Yes, obviously, like you have your family and everything, and also you in the past getting body shamed and not getting roles, and you right now, like, how are you taking care of yourself?
Gym.
I like that. No.
Well, to be honest, I don't really think I care so much about what people would say now when it comes to my body, if I'm being sincere.
I love you.
I had to go through a phase So understand that if you're saying that's your business. And I also don't think I'm bad looking anymore.
You're a handsome man.
So, but like, I mean, I'm doing more now. I can't lie. I'm doing more now. I'm doing more regular,
I'm so
regular
proud of
checkups and
you.
stuff to help my life.
Yeah. So now you're actively working out. How's your...
Also, like, my father was diabetic, so
really?
There's a point where you have to be going to the hospital to check certain things out now in your early age,
So is there fear of that because he was diabetic?
Because his father too was. That's the fear. Because his father too was. So now I'm not consciously avoiding certain things that might lead to that.
So on this journey of like changing your lifestyle, because I mean, if you don't follow Steve on Instagram or on social media, he's been working out. I feel like this is the most consistent you've been. What's one thing that you think has changed from you changing your lifestyle right now, physically? What do you think has changed in your whole being? Like, how do you feel?
To be very sincere, I feel the same.
Really? That's shocking.
The one thing I think I like about the gym now is the fact that there's a community that I like in the gym that just makes it easier for me to come through to the gym. It also makes me busy because I don't like being idle. So I know every day I'm going somewhere first, and then it's easier to start the day. You can just from there go to put your set or something like that. It just helps my mind get busy. But as far as I feel the same, like
I like that.
The gym just helps me stay sane. I know people say it a lot, but I never understood it to you. I got serious with it. So
now you're going to... What did I do?
You used to go to the gym now. You should, You should, you're my driving force.
But I come earlier than we go to the same gym, by the way. But you do like very late.
Boy, yes.
I don't do that. Lost my train of thoughts for a bit. I want to talk to you about I Be Man, the play. I think you've done how many series? Actually, just talk to us about I Be Man, the play. How did that come about?
I Be Man is about toxic masculinity, and at the time when I started in 2018 to do the plays, I was bullied on Instagram for just being myself. Like, so you know how I would just post a picture and then, or just do a dance video and someone is talking about how I'm dancing or how you are, some just different things about just me being myself. And I'm like, these people, I don't know who raised people, but me, my family, nobody ever told me I did something differently. Like,
I like that.
They didn't judge me differently because of I was acting a certain way or anything. I'm pretty much, very confident in the way I was, but still, it would get into my head and I'm like, you know what, I can just write a play about toxic masculinity and tell people more like, nigga, like, whatever you're doing now doesn't mean you're more manly than I am.
I like that.
If I can wear a wig, doesn't mean that you, do you understand? I don't believe in the idea that a man can be a certain way.
Yes.
So I had to do something to show people that, and thankfully the play has done well.
Yeah, how many?
I've done it 4 times.
Yeah, I think I've been to like 3.
Am I regular?
First 3.
Yes.
When is the next one?
I wanted to do it this year, but I changed my mind.
Why?
Because I'm doing another project that's taking my money.
Fair enough.
It's a lot of money. It's a whole lot
I know. Do you want to talk to us about the play that
the project I'm doing now? Yeah, Rich Housewives. I don't know if did you see the first one?
Yes, I have.
Season 1. So I'm doing a season 2, but now with more production value.
Yes.
I mean, Rich Housewives, I don't want to just go and see it on YouTube, people of the Lord. I don't know how to explain it. It's a parody of the Real Housewives, but people now took it so serious and they did so well. I mean, people even wanted to buy it off me at the time. I didn't agree, But, with the season 2, thank God, I'm about to start filming and then...
I like that. I still want to take you back to the space of like the toxic masculinity
and
everything. And just listening to you talk, I just feel like the confidence is...
It's way better now.
Like it's oozing. And I just want you to walk us through how you've gotten to that point where, you're okay being like the different parts of you. Like it's not just one.
It's not just one.
No one is putting you in a box, So how have you gotten to that point?
Because I started to choose my space. I think what we don't know as people is that whatever you do, the people that you're around with, the spaces that you go to, they inform you unknowingly.
Sure.
So as a person, as a man, I started realizing that society wasn't going to define what I was as a man. So, and if I don't want society to define that for me, I can't be around certain people who would drop certain comments that would make me feel less of myself.
I like that.
So I started to choose my spaces, choose the friends I hang out with more. And over the course of the years that I've been doing this play, it also helped me build. I think people thought I was just doing it for them. I was also doing it for myself, like just acting in it, getting people to act in it, people to come and watch. The last time I did it in maybe Ikoyi, I think Don Jazzy came, and when he came, he spoke about how he helped him with his own mentality too, because sometimes we don't even know these things. And I don't blame them because most people have not even traveled out of the country.
Yes,
it's a thing where you're very limited. This is what you've seen. They've told you this is how it's supposed to be. So you need people to just enlighten you more, educate you more on don't say certain things, it's not right. So, but my life in general, the space of my years, I've decided to choose the things that I want and the people that I want to be around with. So it's helped me in the long run to figure myself more, know what I'm not, what I am, different things like that. Yeah.
I like that. So obviously, what you're telling us now is building like a good community of people who you feel
You
safe
cannot go wrong
around.
with it. You can never.
And I want to know if have you had any like struggles with friendships? Like how have you gotten to the point where, why are you laughing?
No.
How have you gotten to the point where you found or you think you found your core friends?
I'm a very weird person. I don't know. My sister will tell me that I have a circle for a few months and I change. I don't know. But I don't believe because I feel like I have the same friends that you've probably seen me with too for a while.
People that are watching don't know. So.
But with friendship, yeah, I'm very, very, what's the word? I'm looking for the right word to use. I try as much as possible to just understand the person. So I want you to also understand me as a person. So if we're not connecting like that, I give it my best. If it's not working, I don't believe there's any need for us to waste time pushing something that's not going to benefit both of us. So I like to leave things just be its way. But I don't struggle with the friends I already love. I put in efforts. You know this already. I put in effort in my friendships because I believe I don't play with friends. What would I tell when things are doing me? Like I can't tell my mother everything. She's a single mom. She has so many things that are worrying her head. I can't burden her with so many things. So I have people that I know that if I'm crying today, I want to spark joy in my heart, I'll just come to your house. Sit down there, I talk to you about my problems and you listen. Those kind of friends are people that I love. So over the years, I've found my people. To answer your question, I found people that I know, they're my people. I still have new friends, but they're people that I know that they're with me forever.
Do you feel, when you go out to meet people, do you feel, what's the word? Not pressure, but are you are you skeptical to make new friends and bring people into your space?
I'm very skeptical.
Okay, so how do you network? Like you're saying that you're a shy person. You don't appear shy because you're somebody who's playing like six characters.
It's just me and the camera.
And no, but the thing is, even when you watch Steve's videos, right? It's like you forget that this is one person. Like you forget this is one person. So how are you like a shy person and you're studio and all of that?
It's an alter ego thing, no?
No, obviously. So obviously we're talking about that at the beginning of the video. But my question really is, being a shy person, the question I was gonna ask is, how do you network as a shy person?
I now believe in the idea of networking so much. Yes. I think you cannot go wrong with networking. So I had to sort of understand that when you're outside, you cannot exactly, because of my kind of line of work, you cannot exactly just be shy.
Yeah.
When I say exactly, you can still be yourself, but now you're more open to speaking to people. Naturally, like back in maybe like 2018, 2019, I would go out and I won't speak to anybody. I'll just be with people that invited me. But now I'm more open to meeting people, going up to people that I also know and love their work, saying a few words to them. Networking is really good. I can't lie. Some of the things I've gotten in my life now is through networking. Like, they say a closed mouth doesn't get help, and that's true but the shy part is still real because they can tell that, they'll be like, I thought you'd be very bubbly in person, but I'm like...
Yeah, he's actually so quiet.
This is me, but if we connect, we connect.
Steve Chuks right now, not Udodi.
Nobody, there's no drama.
So is there a mental process that you have to go through before you go out, get yourself in that mood?
I talk to myself a lot in the mirror.
Nice.
Steven, today, if you go out, you have to speak to people. Don't go out and go and be keeping quiet. You have to stay here to speak to people. Yes. Yeah. So I do a lot of mental talks in my head. I have like 5 people in my head I talk to.
Okay.
Stevens.
So these 5 Stevens are different from the other characters.
Yes, they're different.
So how do you differentiate the 5 Stevens?
The circle, the place I go to would bring out the Steven for that place.
Interesting. Okay, can you define them in terms of what are your personalities like?
So there's a shy Steven.
Okay.
There's also there's an extrovert Steven when he wants to really go out like that. There's a thoughtful Steven. I don't know, the thoughtful in the sense that I pick my words. I like to just talk sometimes, but as many circles I go to, and I know it's not everything you say. So I'm like, today, are we going out with thoughtful Steven? Are we going to go and say things? Are you going to be yourself where you're just speaking and maybe people will take it the wrong way or anything like that? But so those kind of Stevens, just Stevens I picked those days. But with you, you get everything. Now you've seen all the Stevens. So you should know the Stevens,
I like that,
Yes,
but people
no.
who are watching, you don't know it. So I'm just, because obviously
They watching it, but
conversation
they
is
might never
around-
see those Stevens too.
I think it's very impressive what you've done with your alter
Thank you,
egos.
thank you, I
Like,
try.
so a lot of people suppress theirs, so it's beautiful that you've been able to compartmentalize these alter egos and still remain yourself. And I'm so proud of you. Last question is, anyone who's watching this, right, who is trying to find themselves, or a man who is feeling boxed in and who acts a certain way that society deems different, what's an advice that you give to them?
We're gonna use the word effeminate.
Effeminate.
I know you're trying to avoid certain words, but no. My advice would be to be very sincere. I think times have changed, so they are lucky. Anyone that is out there, and I think you're lucky. Times have changed. People are more accepting, but it would be to find yourself. I think it's very important as a person to really just sit down and find out who you are as a person. And for the many years I was confused. I didn't want to agree to myself that, Stephen, you're not exactly what society is saying a man should be. So I think as a person, if that's where you are mentally now, you just find yourself, number one. Two, let go of the noise. You need to let go of anything anybody said, including family, because I know people think family is like the best thing that happened to you. No. So sometimes I have to say, no, I'm not listening to you as well. This is me. This is what God created me as. So let go of the noise and then really find your purpose on earth, because find out what you really want to do as a person. Once you find your purpose on earth, trust me, the rest of them, they will come up. They will agree now. Finally, there are people that hated me in the beginning. Are they not coming up to me now? They will find a way. Free them.
I love that. Even, do you remember the person that body shamed you?
I remember. I don't want to say. I want to say his name. I want to jump on his name. I want to jump on his name.
But you have to tell me. You tell me later.
Remember, he's still in the industry. My God will judge him. My God will judge him.
But when you see him, how do you feel?
You know what? He's not very nice to me. I saw him at the premiere recently, and I'm like, how are you? He's like, you don't be good. I didn't have beards then. Remember we met, many have all these beards. He's like, you don't be good.
You were so rude.
He had the guts to say, I'm proud of you. What am I telling him? I'm proud of who? Who are you proud of? I'm not proud of you.
But there's a lesson to be learned there, though.
Yeah.
Like, just when people say things to you, just don't think about it.
It's hard not to think about it. Yes,
it's very hard not to think about it. But just realize that, know yourself first. I know that what they're saying, like you said, it's not.
It's not.
Like, you're not who anybody tells you are. You have to tell yourself what you are.
True.
I love that. Thank you. This is such a good conversation.
Yes.
So our next segment is a rapid fire segment. It's a wellness vibe check powered by Nutrify. So you're going to pick, I have 1 to 14 numbers, and you're going to pick 5 numbers.
What happens when I pick the numbers?
I ask you questions.
Okay.
Are you ready? So you're picking from 1 to 14, 5 questions, and you're going to answer. So
I'm supposed to answer the question?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no.
So pick.
It's like I have to win something like that. No, I don't know if I should get competitive or something. Oh yeah, don't worry.
Just pick.
Number 5.
Okay.
Number 5.
Yoga, gym, or Netflix marathon?
Yoga, gym, or Netflix marathon? Gym.
Good. Okay. Next number.
Number 7. Oh my God, why am I scared?
If you had to choose between a multivitamin and a lifetime supply of favorite food item, which would you pick?
Lifetime supply of Akara. Oh my God, because I can eat Akara every day. I'm sorry. Wait, was that supposed to say that? I don't know.
Yeah, try.
Yes,
wow.
Akara. Yeah.
Wow.
I can
you love Akara that much?
Every day. Akara and bread. That's why, you see. Sorry. I don't know if I was going to say
shock.
that.
No, it's fine. Next number.
Okay. 14.
What's the weirdest thing you've tried in the name of wellness?
Wellness. I don't try a lot of weird things though.
Okay.
Maybe that COVID time, I was taking everything they said we should take.
Like what?
Like anything, I had an iron or something like that. What do you say again? I really did everything.
You chew garlic.
My mother made all of us sick. I did it. I did garlic. I did the whole nose thing.
Yeah.
We slept with Rob. I did everything. I did everything in that COVID period. Yeah.
That's a good one. Next one. Next number.
1.
What was the most challenging health goal you set for yourself?
It's to lose weight too. I've lost like 4 kg. So it's one good part. You said it today. I think you mentioned that I dropped it. Yeah, thank you. I lost like 4 kg. So my goal is like 20. But
wow. Okay, wish you well.
Yeah.
Next number.
Wish me well for real. Number 2.
If sleep were an Olympic sport, how would you rank yourself? Gold, silver, or bronze?
Bronze. I don't really sleep well. I don't know why. Yeah.
I think I would be gold.
Yeah, I used to think I used to sleep. I can't. I don't sleep well. Like I just sleep maybe in the nights. Like I don't know. My mind is always busy.
Okay, well, that's good. I loved your answers. Now I'm gonna give you a beautiful, caring hamper from Nutrify to help you on your health goals.
Please.
We hope that you love it and enjoy it.
And this is a huge. I feel bad for saying that, Karanash. I've said most every time. Oh, this is so big.
Well, we hope you enjoy.
Would I be able to finish anything here? I've seen so many things that are so good.
Like multivitamin.
Yeah, I've seen what we're taking that period. Zinc. I've seen it now.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what we're taking that period. Thank you. I was gonna say, Angel, too. I'm so proud of you. I don't know how to I'm happy for you. I know that the season 1 was amazing, and just being here and seeing you do this is super amazing. So I'm very grateful that you wanted to have me here.
Thank you.
So just keep going. I'm very proud of you. So
thank you so much.
We started together, right? Thank you. So yeah.
Thank you. Oh, I'm gonna give you a big hug. Thank you so much for coming.
Let's hug it out.
Love you.